I've already got the tip set with 2 coats of Miho Nails Melty Gelato as a base. We're going to be using that, and we're going to be using Medusa's Nails green number 14 for the color. The Concelect Britney Tokyo square head brush. You need a palette knife, a makeup brush, and Daily Charme Dreamy Fairy Dust. You'll also need a latex-free makeup wedge that we're going to tear into a bunch of little pieces so that we don't have any hard corners. This technique uses both a sponge and a brush. So we're going to take a little bit of that green and just go ahead and put a nice little swipe on the palette so that we can kind of pick up what we want to and just work really cleanly. One of the things that really wowed me about the Medusa colors, especially the neon, is that they're so pigmented, but they're not bulky. So they're really, really good for this type of art where we're going to be building layers. After placing the green on the bottom third of the nail, we're going to go in with the rugged edge of the sponge and just gently add product to it. Not necessarily to deposit product, just so that we kind of know where we want things to go and where we can kind of have that fine blend up. You want to make sure that you're not using any of the hard points of the brush. You really want to use the kind of like craggly points. And you're also going to want to use gentle pressure. You don't want to beat it. You don't want to do that. That's going to give you a weird texture. It's going to push the product around. We just want to gently coerce it into the look that we want. All right, feeling good about that. You're going to want to cure between each gradient layer. And now we're going to speed it up because we're pretty much just doing the same thing over and over again, but we are just making sure that we're placing the green with intention. So because the top of our gradient is going to be higher and we want that to be more sheer, every time you go in and add to it, you want to make sure that you're leaving some space at the top so it can be lighter at the top, darker at the bottom. So now that our ombre is looking the way that we want it to, we have a nice fade from softer to more intense, top to bottom. We are going to just take a look. We're going to take a look at each side of the nail, make sure we didn't catch any weird edges, and then do a final cure. Now we could stop there, just do a top coat, and we'd be good to go. We are going to add some glitter, but I did want to go over, some of you have expressed concern about using the sponge technique because you feel like it leaves a texture behind. I find the latex-free wedges really help with that. And also keep in mind, it's going to get smoothed out with the top coat. So before we go in with any glitter, let's close our product, world number 1, and let's have some fun. I chose the Dreamy Fairy Dust from Daily Charme because it has this gorgeous, cool tone, bluey, green holographic look to it, and it's really super fine. This is the original texture, so I think it's like 0.004 grain size, so it's super, super fine, super easy to work with. Just gently pressing it on and then just doing a little tappy tap just to pull some of that fade up into the nude. Since the glitter is so fine, we can just encapsulate it with a regular top coat. I'm going to let you in on a little tip. If you don't have top coat specifically dedicated to glitters and sparkles, put it on a palette, use a separate brush, don't dip in and out of your top coat. This one is actually dedicated to that, so I'm going to go ahead and use it right out of the bottle. And there you have it, a dreamy lime green summer sparkle gradient. It's so pretty. Your clients are gonna love it. This is great for clients that aren't always super keen on wearing color but wanna have a little bit more fun. I can't wait to see what you guys create.